Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Say in day 8 of AWS series, today we are going to discuss about what is serverless computing. So let's understand. So what is serverless computing? So serverless does not mean no servers. It means you are not going to manage any servers, but in background AWS is going to manage the server for you. So if you are using a serverless computing, in that case, you are just focusing on your code. You don't need to worry about anything. AWS will automatically handle provisioning, scaling, high availability, patching. Everything will be managed by AWS. You just focus on your code or application code, like whatever the task you are going to perform on serverless computing resources, that basically you are going to manage, and you are charged only when your code runs. So like for example, you have run your code for 2 minutes or 3 minutes, so you will be charged only for that particular time duration. It is not like something your instance is running for 3 hours, then AWS charge you for total 3 hours. No, it will basically charge based on the execution time which it will take to perform your task. So based on the particular time duration, you will be charged. Apart from, if your infra or your server will be up and running, you will not be charged for that. So here no need to pay for ideal infrastructure. Now, what all the benefits we will get if we are using a serverless computing? So no server management, very like I would say a good benefit, because you are not worrying about managing servers, networking and all. So everything will be managed by AWS. Auto scaling. So you it be basically the instance where you run your code that will automatically scale up and scale down based on the demand. Definitely you need to configure some kind of policies or conditions. Based on that, it will automatically scale up and scale down. Pay per use. So build by uses, not uptime. So the task which you are going to perform, that task if you are taking 5 minutes, then you will be charged only for the 5 minutes, not for the uptime of the server or instance. Faster time to market. So you are just, if you are focusing on writing your code, you are not worrying about any kind of server management, then definitely your product will be ready to launch on market as soon as possible, because you are just focusing on writing your code for the application. Now there are several serverless services which we will get as part of AWS. So the very first and most important service is AWS Lambda. So this is a compute service where you can run your code without provisioning or managing servers. Then we have Amazon API Gateway. So this is a basically fully managed service to create and expose REST, HTTP and WebSockets APIs. Similarly, we have Amazon DynamoDB. This is again a fully managed NoSQL database which is designed for key value and document data models. Then we have Amazon S3, which is a storage solution, simple storage service where you can store data, object based data on this particular service. Then we have AWS step functions, then we have AWS event bridge. So we will explore all these services, serverless services, in coming videos. So just for now, I just want to give you a quick overview, okay, what all the services you will get as part of AWS serverless services. Now, if you will compare a serverless versus traditional servers, so what all the difference basically? The very first feature is server setup. So if you are using any traditional architecture thing, then definitely you need to set up a server from your own. In serverless, it is not required. Auto scaling, in traditional you have to manually, or you have to write a script to scale up and scale down your instance where your code is running. What in serverless, it is built in. Cost, in traditional you will pay for the complete uptime, but in serverless you pay only for the uses. If you execute it, or if you run 5 minute task, then you will be charged only for the 5 minute, not for the uptime. Time to delay, definitely you are going to manage lot of thing as part of traditional, then the time to deployment time will be definitely high, so sorry, slow. And in serverless, deployment time will be faster because you are just focusing on writing your application code. Then maintenance. So in traditional, it is completely your responsibilities to manage servers, scaling, everything. But if you are using serverless computing resources, in that case, AWS will handle everything for you. So that's all for today. I hope it's clear what is serverless computing and what all the benefits you will get if you are using a serverless computing. And we have also seen few serverless computing services which we will get if we are using AWS. So see you next video. Thank you so much.